So this probably may not be the same type of video as, like I wanted to do a more extensive video in regards to, people out there with the one-man black metal bands. And I think this kind of relates. So this won't be a 20-minute thing, or it could be depending on how much I ramble on, because I have been drinking and, the speech will flow a little easier. So here's a tidbit, I guess. So if you were to look at promotion as a thing, and the way we promote, love it or hate it, is YouTube, right? It's free. Get your name, stick it on a bunch of things and put it out there on your channel. And if people watch it, then that's fantastic, all right? But if you're starting out, no one knows who you are. They're not looking for you. So in saying that, if you were to choose the places on metal YouTube channels that could pop your name, out there and get you some eyeballs, like, who would it be? And here's the funny thing, right? Because I watch a lot of live streams, and the two that I would most religiously watch would be Jawabba and Necron, okay? And I guess that's straight down to because I like that, I identify with that type of music, okay? So I don't know any that are the same. So I don't watch them. Now, they have to be out there. There's no way that in a population of this fucking world of 8 billion people or whatever it is, there's only two guys doing extreme music live streams, all right? But they're the only two that I watch. And, I do watch some other ones, but to the extent of which I watch Jawabba and Necron, not in the same fucking thing. So if in your world the Jawabbas and the Necrons are the pinnacle of that fucking mountain where you would love to get to put your name, get on one of those channels, get an interview, have people look at you and, praise your fucking name. The chances of you getting on the two channels, are going to be relying on a few things, right? And I guess the biggest thing is them fucking liking you, for starters. You having a musical style which is in line with the shit that they like, and them liking your musical style or liking the shit that you do, all right? But what I think is forgotten, or it's not respected the way it should be, the tier of YouTubers that sit below guys like Jawabba and Necron, all right? So let's look at those guys, because if you're just starting in this fucking game, like, you're gonna want to have people say your name regardless of where the fuck you are and what you're doing. You have a product, you have a thing that you do, you want people to see it. And these YouTubers are out there just as much as Jawabba and El Necron, and they're pushing stuff, and for whatever the reason being, they're not getting the numbers, right? And I watch a lot of them, and I analyze now. I don't look at them now for entertainment. I look at them for, like, what's going on within their channel. Is there something that they're doing right? Is there something that they're doing wrong? Like, I very rarely look at channels now for anything more than what's happening on the channel. There is 3 really cool channels that I still look at as far as when they come on. I get, I've got to watch them from beginning to end, and I'll probably re-watch them just to try and get everything down. But the ones that aren't those, there's a lot of them, all right? Now, it's very easy to get in contact with these guys, and you'll soon find out if you somehow click bond or have some type of rapport with these people. And what I've found with a lot of the YouTubers that, aren't getting extreme amount of views, or aren't doing live streams and, having 50, 60 people jumping in and, being a very active chatting type of live stream, is that they have their people, okay? And they may not be a ton of people, but they're people that also sit in the Joe Abba chat, and they also sit in the El Necron chat. And you can swap out the Joe Abbas and the Necrons with whoever you believe is the top of that mountain. But they're in that fucking chat, and they will talk, and they're not guarded on their speech. They will say whatever they feel, because all of us do it. And what I would like to see happen is someone grabbing these other smaller YouTube channels and trying to, I guess, humanize these people that are behind it. Like, you, whether you like it or not, you'll listen to a band or an artist because you somehow identify with them, whether it be someone in the band or the topic that they sing about, right? It's psychology is the fucking way it is. You don't really have a choice, right? You'll identify with something within that thing. Like, I can tell you right now, I listen to a lot of Judas Iscariot because I like the way that he didn't really consider how bad he was at drumming, and he still made a fucking album. The limitations that he had were, fucking unreal, and he still did it. And I like that type of integrity. I like that type of fucking drive. He doesn't give a shit. He's just going to do it, right? So that's what draws me to that band. Now, he does have good songs, but I think I've come to love those songs because I identify with the artist. So it's no different with fucking YouTubers, right? I watch YouTubers and I like some and I dislike some because I identify with them, or I think they're complete fucking idiots. And there's no other person that watches those channels or watches any other channels that is different. I'm telling you right now. I've done a fucking survey, all right? I fucking know. But, or let's just say I'm older than you, so I fucking know. But whatever the thing is, that's my belief. That's my opinion. Now, what if somehow you can get onto those channels and you can humanize both yourself and the YouTube channel that you're on? Well, that would also, bring something different. Like, if you watch, say, like, let's just throw a name out there, and I'm not saying anything negative or anything, but let's just say you watch Metal Ben. I watch Metal Ben after all the other streams are done and I'm about to go to bed, right? And it's normally a come down for me. So Metal Ben does the same thing, plays songs, talks to the people in the chat. It's normally the same people in that chat. Well, what happens if you swap that out? What happens if you got Metal Ben talking about fucking something completely different that wasn't music? All right? You say, oh, fuck. Like, I identify with that. This guy has some type of life experience in that. Maybe now I see what he does in a different light. So don't discount these smaller YouTubers or these YouTubers that, can't get their fucking audio right, or their fucking shitty lighting, all right, as I'm experiencing tonight, because I think I'm half tanked and I probably look fucking not as hammered with the red fucking inverted cross behind me. But if these guys can be seen in a different light and you jump on their show and you can bring that, like, I think that can do wonders for not only you, but for the channel. Now, if you can average that channel a few more extra viewers, if it's 5 extra a day, it's 5, right? Because 5 people have identified with whoever it is that you're on that channel with. Suddenly that could be 20 people. And you go on to another channel and you could pump that up to 20 people. And another channel. There's not that, it's not that unheard of that you could not get onto 2 or 3 channels, become involved in them, jump on there because you have a music project and talk about that. That's not out of the realm of possibility. That can be done. I did it. You can do it. Suddenly you are known, or at least identifiable, in that chat. Fucking Joe Abba comes on. 60 people jump on that. Well, guess how many people were in that chat that are now in that chat? Don't discount the small guys. All right? They're your foundation. The Joe Abbas and the Necrons, they're your fucking up here. They're the guys that you are aspiring to get to before you move on to whatever the fuck is on after that. All right? I'm not going to pretend to know what that is because I'm fucking not there. But there's got to be a baseline. And that baseline is what you're looking for. Without the old analogy of a house, all right? Without a strong base, the fucking house falls over. Without a strong foundation, well, these guys are your foundation. Do not discount them. If you can get onto their channels and you can explain yourself well, and you can talk well, and you can be interesting, and you have good songs, and someone identifies with you, that shit carries over. It's like a fucking snowball, right? It gathers speed, it gathers more snow, it gets bigger and bigger, and it rolls faster and faster. That's what these guys are. They play a very important role in the scene. Just as important as a Joe Abba, just as important as a Nel Necron. The difference between the two is that these guys can do a third of as many shows to have the same amount of viewership. That is it. Now, Joe Abba and Necron started out at this point too, and whatever's happened, they've gathered the momentum. People have identified with them enough to stick with them. Well, these guys are the same. They're just not at that level. It's up to you to get them to that level. It's not up to them. It's up to fucking you. It is up to them to make the right choices to get to that. But if you get on that channel, then it's 100% on your fucking shoulders. You know, don't discount the little guys. The little guys are what prop up the bigger guys. That is my drunk thought of the night. Go forth and prosper. Burn shit to the ground. Support the fucking underground.